Speed, power, innovation. Sometimes the pursuit of victory creates machines so groundbreaking they're unstoppable until the rulebook steps in. These aren't just cars, they're legends that tore through limits and redefined racing. But greatness often comes with a price, and for these 8 NASCAR marvels, it meant being banned forever. Let's unleash their incredible stories. Chevrolet T-Rex, 1997. Imagine a car so advanced that it wasn't just a step ahead of the competition, it was leagues ahead. That's the Chevrolet T-Rex, developed by Hendrick Motorsports in 1997 and designed by the brilliant engineer Rex Stump. While most NASCAR cars of the era played by the traditional rules of racing, the T-Rex rewrote those rules. It wasn't a car that competed within the boundaries of NASCAR, it stretched those boundaries to their breaking point. What made the T-Rex such a revolutionary machine? Its design centered on advanced aerodynamics and chassis manipulation. Unlike the majority of race cars in the 1990s that focused on mechanical grip to keep them planted on the track, the T-Rex employed negative pressure to quite literally hug the road. The chassis was sealed to the ground, which created exceptional stability and improved cornering speed. Its raised front valence wasn't just a cosmetic feature, it allowed for better airflow underneath the car, reducing drag and enhancing the overall performance. In the 1997 Winston All-Star race at Charlotte Motor Speedway, Jeff Gordon piloted the revolutionary Chevrolet T-Rex from the back of the field, effortlessly dominating the competition. Designed by Hendrick Motorsports, the T-Rex pushed the boundaries of engineering with its advanced aerodynamics and chassis manipulation, exploiting every gray area in NASCAR's rulebook. Though technically legal, its overwhelming performance threatened the sport's competitive balance, prompting NASCAR to ban it immediately after the race and tighten regulations. Now, housed in Hendrick Motorsports' private collection, the T-Rex remains a testament to unmatched innovation. Similar Hendrick-built cars today command over $500,000 at auction. Plymouth Superbird, 1970. Now let's go back to the 1970s, when cars didn't just win races, they left lasting impressions with their outrageous designs. And no car from that era is as iconic as the Plymouth Superbird. With its towering rear wing and elongated nose cone, the Superbird looked like something straight out of a science fiction movie. But this car wasn't about aesthetics. It was designed for pure domination on the high-speed tracks of NASCAR. The Superbird was Plymouth's response to the Dodge Charger Daytona, which had already pushed the boundaries of aerodynamics in NASCAR. The Superbird's massive rear wing, standing 24 inches above the trunk, wasn't just for show. It was meticulously engineered to generate maximum downforce while reducing drag, allowing the car to remain stable at speeds exceeding 200 miles per hour. Its elongated nose, extending the car by 19 inches, made it slice through the air like a knife. At its heart was the legendary 426 Hemi 8 engine, delivering an incredible 425 horsepower. The Superbird quickly proved its worth, winning 8 races during the 1970 NASCAR season and cementing its place in racing history. Richard Petty, NASCAR's all-time great, returned to Plymouth specifically to drive the Superbird after leaving the manufacturer the year before. However, its dominance came with a cost. In 1971, NASCAR introduced stricter regulations targeting aero cars like the Superbird, limiting engine displacement and banning extreme aerodynamic designs. The Superbird's reign was over before it could truly take off. Street-legal versions of the Superbird, built to meet NASCAR's homologation requirements, are some of the most valuable collector cars today. In January 2023, a pristine Superbird sold for a jaw-dropping $550,000. Can you imagine owning a piece of history like that? Hudson Hornet, 1951 to 1954. Before the age of flashy designs and V8 powerhouses, there was the Hudson Hornet, a car that dominated NASCAR in its formative years and set the standard for what a race car could achieve. This wasn't just a car, it was a revolution on wheels. What made the Hornet special was its innovative step-down chassis design, introduced in 1948. This lowered the car's floor pan, effectively lowering its center of gravity and giving it unmatched handling and stability. While other manufacturers were shifting toward larger V8 engines, Hudson focused on perfecting its 308 cubic inch inline-six engine. The result was the Twin H-Power system, featuring dual carburetors and producing between 145 and 170 horsepower, astonishing numbers for the early 1950s. In the hands of legendary drivers like Herb Thomas, Tim Flock, and Marshall Teague, the Hornet became an unstoppable force. During the 1952 season alone, the Hudson Hornet won 27 out of 34 races, an achievement that solidified its place in NASCAR history. But as the sport evolved and competitors introduced more powerful V8 engines, the Hornet's dominance waned. By the mid-1950s, Hudson's financial troubles led to its merger with Nash Motors, marking the end of the Hornet's era. Today, the Hudson Hornet is celebrated as one of the most iconic cars in NASCAR history. If you're lucky enough to find one in good condition, expect to pay anywhere from $50,000 to over $100,000, depending on its rarity and history. Ford Torino Talladega, 1969. The Ford Torino Talladega is a product of one of the most exciting and competitive periods in NASCAR history, the Aero Wars. As Dodge and Plymouth pushed the boundaries of aerodynamics, Ford needed to respond with a car that could compete on NASCAR's high-speed superspeedways. The result was the Ford Torino Talladega, a sleek and streamlined machine designed to reduce drag and maximize speed. Ford engineers reshaped the front end of the Torino, giving it a pointed nose and a flush grille to minimize air resistance. The bumper was integrated seamlessly into the body, further improving aerodynamics. Under the hood, the Talladega was powered by the mighty 428 Cobra Jet V8 engine, capable of producing 335 horsepower, though many believe its real output was much higher. In its debut season, the Talladega proved its worth, winning 29 races between 1969 and 1970 and helping Ford secure the manufacturer's championship. But, as was often the case, NASCAR stepped in with new regulations in 1971 that banned extreme aerodynamic modifications, effectively ending the Talladega's dominance. Ford only produced 754 street-legal versions of the Torino Talladega, making them highly collectible. Today, these cars can fetch upwards of $90,000 at auction, a testament to their legacy as one of NASCAR's most innovative designs. 426 Hemi engine, 1964. While the cars on this list are legendary, one engine stands out as a game-changer in NASCAR history, the 426 Hemi, also known as the Elephant. This beast of an engine was introduced by Chrysler in 1964, and its impact was immediate and undeniable. The 426 Hemi's hemispherical combustion chambers allowed for more efficient fuel-air mixing, resulting in an astonishing 425 horsepower and 490 pound-feet of torque. In its debut at the 1964 Daytona 500, Richard Petty drove a Hemi-powered Plymouth to victory, leading by more than a lap. By the end of the season, cars equipped with the Hemi had won 26 out of 62 races, a level of dominance that made NASCAR officials nervous. Citing homologation issues, NASCAR banned the Hemi in 1965. Chrysler responded by boycotting the sport, forcing NASCAR to revise its rules. When the Hemi returned in 1966, it continued its winning ways, but its reputation as an almost unfair advantage remained intact. Today, cars equipped with the original 426 Hemi are among the most valuable muscle cars in the world. A 1966 Dodge Charger with a Hemi recently sold for $171,000, and a 1965 Plymouth Barracuda fetched over $90,000. Dodge Charger Daytona, 1969. The Dodge Charger Daytona wasn't just a car, it was a record breaker. Introduced in 1969, it was the first NASCAR vehicle designed specifically with aerodynamics in mind. Dodge engineers extended the nose by 18 inches and added a massive rear wing, creating a car that could slice through the air with ease. Powered by the 426 Hemi or the 440 Magnum V8, the Daytona was a force to be reckoned with. In 1969, Buddy Baker drove the car to a record-breaking 200.447 miles per hour at Talladega Superspeedway, making it the first NASCAR vehicle to break the 200-mile-per-hour barrier. But this success came at a cost. NASCAR's 1971 regulations banned extreme aerodynamic modifications, effectively ending the Daytona's racing career. Only 503 street-legal versions were produced, and today, they are some of the most valuable cars in the world. Some have sold for over $900,000 at auction. Chevrolets with fuel injection, 1957. Fuel injection is a standard feature in modern cars, but in 1957, it was revolutionary. Chevrolet introduced this technology in their 283 cubic inch small block V8 engine, achieving a groundbreaking 1 horsepower per cubic inch. This allowed their cars to dominate on the track. NASCAR officials, however, quickly banned fuel injection, favoring the simplicity and fairness of carburetors. The ban lasted until 2012, making it one of the longest-standing controversies in NASCAR history. Today, classic fuel-injected 1957 Chevrolets, such as the Corvette, are highly collectible and can sell for over $300,000. Chevrolet Monte Carlo SS Aero Coupe, 1986 to 1987. In the mid-1980s, Chevrolet introduced the Monte Carlo SS Aero Coupe, a car designed to dominate NASCAR's high-speed tracks. Its sloped rear window reduced drag and increased downforce, giving drivers like Dale Earnhardt a significant edge. The Aero Coupe proved its worth, with Earnhardt winning back-to-back championships in 1986 and 1987. But new NASCAR rules in 1988 leveled the playing field, and Chevrolet discontinued the model. Street versions of the Aero Coupe remain accessible, often selling for under $20,000, making them an affordable piece of NASCAR history. From the aerodynamic marvel of the Superbird to the raw power of the 426 Hemi, these cars pushed the boundaries of what was possible in NASCAR. Which one left you in awe? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more incredible stories.